I don't know how many people cross that during the day, so I don't know if, you can say, well, you could give them a ticket, but we could give a lot of people tickets.
Well, I'm just saying, it's not a legal crosswalk right now.
Right.
I did not have design or input on the park, so.
That's my suggestion.
Maybe it's a simple matter of just going to PennDOT and asking them, and PennDOT will say, well, these are our standards, this is a state road, street,
Right.
and our standards are that you can do this, you can't do that, and if you do it, this is the way you should do it.
But they have quite a few of them, if you go up, through there, they must have 6 of them walking in a 3-block area they have going up through there.
I'm sure there are, but they probably didn't go to PennDOT.
Because actually what I did last week, I talked to Brad Hare, the chief, and he didn't really know an answer. Because since this was on the air, down here at Wise Markets, we have that pedestrian crossing. Some states have it, you must give proper notice well in advance. I asked the question, does Pennsylvania have that? Brad didn't honestly know the answer. Did the city put that in for Wise Markets?
South.
2nd Street. There are 4, with the signs there, it says,
Why the markets with
Wise Market got in touch with PennDOT on that, and they were allowed to put them there, and then they also have the crosswalk signs there. That was done by PennDOT with their permission to do it.
because it's a city road. And I asked Brad who owned the road, he didn't know it, but that was my thought. Why isn't it, because I've been in the states where you see those signs well in advance, and I just asked, well, is it our liability that if somebody gets clobbered in that? Because if you go down there, watch sometimes the people that start walking and traffic doesn't stop.
No, not at all.
Are we liable for that since we're allowing it?
So it's liable if somebody gets hit.
Mhm. I assume this all went through the city when they were putting
Well,
it.
you're always liable for everything, but we're not doing anything.
And that's part of what my speech was. Every time you turn around, everybody sues anymore.
Well, sure, that's why you can't make decisions on that. You just don't want to create liabilities. Are we creating liability by down there? I don't know.
And I,
The number for PennDOT is 368-8686, that's a switchboard, and that's for traffic. 8686, that's a switchboard, and that's for traffic. They'll probably refer you to a fellow by the name of Clark. But anything you do within the confines of the PennDOT right of way, most things at least need a highway occupancy permit, HOP. And whether this does or not, I'm not sure. I know whenever we were doing stuff over the years, whether it was handicap ramps or whatever, we didn't do anything, even when we put the curbing in Cameron Park, we always got a highway occupancy permit. That way you get their approval, and if something goes wrong, you can always go back. On the Honesdale incident, I'm gonna bet, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess that maybe the municipality placed it in and we're not getting a highway occupancy permit. And that might be the reason why they're not going to the lawsuit.
I believe that was also a left turn.
yeah,
Well,
they
that
had
wasn't
to
when
put
you
it on
tried
the road where they had to put a right turn on.
I can tell you this, when you go to Honesdale today, every crosswalk has a sign sitting out in the middle of it saying, traffic has to yield to pedestrians. So they're taking it seriously.
I think we tried that up before Street, we were around the plaza, and why is this, and I think we were shot down by PennDOT. Remember from Fort Motor Company walking over to the bank? Pretty sure we were shot down up
Yeah,
there.
McCann wanted something there too.
Yes, it was, that's what it was for, we're walking over to Wise's to get something from lunch and stuff, and I'm pretty sure PennDOT shut us down about 5 years ago.
Keep in mind, this was a settlement.
Right, but I'm saying
The
because,
court didn't decide the issue.
right.
But let me look into it a little bit, why don't we circle back at the next meeting?
All right, so we're going to hold the crosswalk,
Thanks for
and we're going to hold the parking, that's all the same thing, right? Parking space.
The park space requirement is legal or not right there. That's an easy.
Dave,
Yeah.
can I say something about crosswalks? Wise has them down there, and they do have a sign that says you're supposed to yield. But people don't yield, like the stop signs, they don't even stop, so why would they yield for a person across the street? And when I say they don't stop at stop signs in this town, they don't. I know we don't have the police force to control that, but you can sit down there where Veterans Bridge comes off, and 90% of your vehicles don't stop at those stop signs. They come right off the bridge and go right on down South South Section. They don't stop. They don't have to.
I'll be honest, like I said a while ago, I assumed that the city, and I understand why Wise is doing it, they have a lot of employees, but I don't think they allow smoking on property, you have to go over the parking lots now. I understand why they did it, but I assumed that the city gave a blessing on this and, you know.
I don't know if they did it or not, that's been there for a long time.
No, those Crosswalk things have only been like in the last couple of years.
It's been there over 3 years.
Yeah, it hasn't been like 5, 10 years.
All right, how about the clean concrete barrier, the barrier at Sunbury end of Memorial Ridge, Jim?
Well, we sweep up and down Front Street, which is a PennDOT highway. I just wonder if we could take about 10 minutes once a month to clean along the concrete barrier, just to make it look a little nicer coming to the city of Sunbury. PennDOT cleaned the bridge here about a month ago, it really looks nice. Just dress things up. I know it's not a big issue, but
Well, it is again, because again, that was something that Jim asked me on, and I said, no, we don't have a sweeper down. Now, at first, I was misinformed on the way the sweeper works. It basically works off the passenger side. Yes, it does sweep on the left side, but not properly like it does, or not forcibly like it does on the driver's side. You know, I talked to PennDOT, they cleaned it once this year, they subbed that out. Talked to Randy, he said he was willing to get a hold of the contractor to come back again. And Jim's word's usually pretty good. When he called me up and we got in a hell of a mouth battle over it, the last thing he said before he hung up on me, don't worry about it, my guys will take care of it. I thought your guys would take care of it.
What are we actually talking, under the bridge, we go under the
No,
bridge?
those two, when you come up, I mean, if we do them, are we gonna do Hamilton? Are we gonna go over to the island? Do you want us to go to Norrie? I mean, we're worried about the city image, let's go up to the pool ring. Look at the wood that's sitting there, Johnny, those cement fruit things. Let's look at all that. If we're gonna clean the city up, why don't we start with our own stuff?
Well, that's why we have these Johnnies instead of the old beat up ones.
Yeah, but they're sitting right when you pull in the parking lot.
Well, that's where people use them.
No, they don't, they're sitting there empty.
Oh, the empty ones.
Right. Now, we could put them behind the building. I don't know, what are we keeping the fruit pieces? The wood's been sitting there for probably a year or two. They just now started splitting it up. We're going on our 3rd week and there's piles of it and it's just laying there now.
Doesn't we burn that in the wintertime?
No, nobody even cut it.
yes, they do burn wood.
Oh, you do, but not that pile. When was the last time they got off that pile?
Well, we burnt last year, and already we're stocking up for this year. Matter
Right,
of fact,
because-
didn't you and I talk about cutting wood just a couple months ago?
And I said if the guys who had rainy days, they were available, they would. Unfortunately, we did not have that many rainy days, and on the Fridays where it did work, the end of the week when they read their 35 hours, they usually went home early. They didn't work every day.
So we have plenty of time, Dale, we haven't until it snows.
Well, my point is, if we're so worried about cleaning the state stuff, why don't we clean our stuff too?
Well, this is and I'm still not exactly sure where the dirt's all collected, but I drive it every day,
You
so
know,
I
when
can
you
see
go up
it.
the ramp, Dave.
I'm just saying we can all take a look at it, see if it's, because we spent, we had an Elm Street project, it's our entrances into the city that we're always trying to keep clean, so I don't know. I'll look at it tomorrow,
I'm
I'll go to
gonna
work
tell
there
you right
every day.
straight, Dave. It annoys me that there's 2 things I said no to Mr. Eister, so now we're gonna put them on the agenda. So now every time I don't like something.
But Dale, anybody can put any.
Well, that's
any
what
of
I'm
us
saying,
can
so
put
then when
stuff.
I don't like something from on down, I'm just gonna put it on the
Well,
agenda.
you're welcome to do that, if you want our opinions, then we'll get it. You might not want them, but that's what happens. John, yes.
Jim was wanting to go off, PennDOT, clean that, and Dale was asking for us to plow the state road in return for an agreement. I have an insurance concern that should apply to both. At any time that the city uses their men and equipment to go off city streets, please make sure that you're covered on that by insurance. And it's not an exclusion to.
Where's our street end, right where the ramp
Well,
starts?
it would apply to not only liability, but property damage and also workers' compensation if something happens when you're on the state road or something.
Is that something you can look into, Brianna?
I can look into it and, probably in coordination with the insurance.
We're okay. Policy coverage for wherever our vehicles are, as long as they're authorized to be here.
For the insurance.
Yeah.
So that should be among your considerations as you're evaluating
understand, and Megan, correct me if I'm wrong, I understand there's still some tickets left for the Wine and Brew Festival.
Yes, there are.
All right, so I will, anybody, if you don't have your ticket yet, Megan's back there, I bet she can tell you where to get one pretty quick. Also, we're still, and I always say this every meeting, but I don't think John's list is filled up yet for stump grindings.
We have over 20, so we're just about filled up. If you have a stump that you want ground, you better get your name in this week. We'll be talking with the people, we did give them the preliminary list, and we will be firming up a date probably at the beginning of October to do that. So if you have a stump in the tree line of your property you want it done, better get that information to us this week, because we'll probably be finalizing that list by the beginning of next week. But be done early October. Next council meeting will give you a date.
Okay, Megan, I don't know if you came in later, I missed you, but Slade did an excellent job before you got here. Was there anything you wanted to add for SRI or anything?
Just two things. One was that those tickets are available at Brewers Outlet for the Wine and Brew Fest. So, yeah, please make your way down there to get those if you're interested, or know anyone who is interested. And also, the promotions cards are available at the SRI office, so if anybody's interested in 10% off at downtown restaurants, make sure to stop in.
All right. Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody for coming. Meeting's adjourned.
Well, he ain't no